Hey everyone, my name is Mitch Dyer. I'm joined by Jared Petty.
Greetings.
Jared, you and I have read a book called Star Wars Lords of the Sith.
We have read this book. We read the words.
Yeah, it's the first Star Wars book I've read in a long time and actually enjoyed. I love Star Wars a lot. I like the prequel trilogy. I can't stand most of the books. But Lords of the Sith really got me, and I think it was because it just really captured the essence of what makes Star Wars great, but at the same time, it's got like a little extra to it that's just like, makes it a little more comic book, a little more, almost like somebody described Darth Vader in this book to me as like an anime character.
Yeah, it's very energetic. It's a wonderful novel. That's one of the things I enjoyed about it. It's full of great moments. There's this part where Darth Vader ejects into space out of his TIE fighter, pulls himself with the power of the Force to the side of his starship, cuts his way in, and then proceeds to murder the entire crew while their friends listen over an open con channel.
It's so great. Brutal. But it's such a really cool scene. It's like ridiculous, and you're like, "That's not what Darth Vader does." No, it's totally what Darth Vader does.
It works.
He's the enforcer for the Emperor. Like he's going to do that.
In your imagination, the scene plays out really well. But there's also less spectacular moments that I enjoyed. There's a new character called Isfel that I really like, and I like the fact that she's a troubled protagonist. I mean, she's mentally unstable. She's a murderess who goes down, disguises herself as a prostitute, and kills Imperial officers in the slums. But she also rescues young women out of prostitution and sets them up in new lives, trying to help them one person at a time.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, you have this character who, she's the right-hand man of Champ Syndulla who's leading this rebellion, and you see her as almost a psychopath, but she has these brief moments where you're like, wow, okay, you're doing this not because like you love to kill stuff, but because you think it's right.
Exactly, and there's just all kinds of wonderful things like that. And again, so we alternate between this kind of deep characters and then Darth Vader like crashing ships with the power of the Force.
Right, he and the Emperor like ripping rebel ships out of the sky.
Yeah, and
just because they can.
And I think this is good for the Star Wars universe. I really do.
Me too. I mean, we talk about these cool scenes and these incredible moments, but ultimately, this book was reassuring to me as a worthwhile piece of Star Wars fiction. I mean, this is not, we're no longer talking about expanded universe, right? This isn't like a separate thing, but it's not the movies. It's like, this is one story now.
Right,
this
no more G canon versus C canon or any of that fun stuff. Yeah, it's all one story now, and I think that's probably actually a good thing. I know this is controversial, but the Star Wars universe was getting really crowded. Totally. And I understand all of us have different things we wish made the cut. Grand Admiral Thrawn. We all have things that we wish had, or things that did make the cut that we're disappointed by. Yeah. But we've got a new reset universe where we've got a lot of space for new storytelling, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, and we learn a lot of character stuff, of history stuff in this book. I mean, you wrote a really extensive, detailed wiki about stuff we learned about the Sith, like the history of the Sith. We see a really interesting relationship building between the Emperor and Darth Vader. And
almost like a buddy cop movie.
Yeah, except where like one of them is like trying to be the buddy, Darth Vader, and the Emperor is like not having it, where he's just like, oh, remember your family's dead?
Yeah.
That sucks, right?
He's so mean. He's just so mean over and over to him. It's really great.
But I love that. I love that he's constantly testing Vader, and it's stuff that you imagine when you see them on the Death Star. You see them very briefly in the movies, and you finally get to look at it in a book like this. And it's really great to see that, and I cannot wait to see what else happens in this universe going down the line with stuff like Aftermath in September, Battlefront in November. I'm actually excited to read Star Wars books, which is something I haven't wanted to do since the Thrawn trilogy.
Looking forward to it as well, and to see what, especially Aftermath. I can't wait!
Oh, yeah, we're going to have lots of stuff on Star Wars Aftermath, Star Wars Battlefront, all sorts of good stuff. So keep an eye out for book reviews, more conversations like this, extensive wiki stuff so you can learn all about the extended Star Wars stuff that you might not have learned about otherwise. Jared, thank you for joining me, and for all things Star Wars, stay tuned to IGN.